Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for January 15th, 2024. This is for Capricorn. Last shuffle here. All right, let's see what's going on. So we have milestone and we have family. So something has finally reached this point. It's like it would have eventually gotten here anyway, but you're finally there now, right? You wake up one day and it's like the baby's walking. What? You know, I never could have seen that when baby was laying down in diapers and, you know, swaddled up in a blanket. I never could have seen this. I know eventually people have to learn to walk, but come on, you know. The milestone is the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. One thing is for certain here, everybody was a little codependent on Capricorn here. Capricorn, you and your family had a codependent relationship. Finally, the milestone is that you finally have nurtured something or someone to the point of where they are finally independent. It was going to happen anyway, especially as there is a connection. Some of you may have experienced divorce or separation or felt disappointed in how things are going. Like, will we ever get to this point where we're balanced and everybody's good and they're standing on their own too and things are working out? Will this ever come? The milestone is the Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and Three of Swords. The milestone here is that finally, there's a separation of church and state when it comes to Capricorn, and either in a romantic connection or parent-child connections or anything. Even when it comes to work, finally, the people that maybe that you have trained or any of that, it seems like everybody finally is able to do their own thing without turning to Capricorn. You're not having to nurture anything or nurture someone into something else now. There's an independence, a healthy independence here. There's a milestone of this, of a final, no longer being disappointed. The problem is that maybe perhaps you may be holding on to the disappointments, but they're no longer, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Like you were disappointed about something that someone they can't do something on their own. They're just hanging on to you all the time. And you may still be holding on to that disappointment of like, you know, and I had to help you through all of that stuff. But something happens, something occurs, and you realize that something clicks. People finally get it. Family finally gets it. Your significant other finally gets it. Or your children finally get it. Something here. Family is the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. Your family is still sort of like addicted to the way that you treat them. Or I wouldn't say addicted, but they really, really are codependent. They're working on separating themselves from that codependency of you always being there. And I see this a lot with Capricorns, the support level. I tell people all the time, if you want a supportive, like, relationship, get a Capricorn. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Because they are the background to the foreground. Like, look at Michelle Obama and Barack. They're famous Leo and Capricorn connection. And I'm a Leo. You get a Capricorn, right? They're going to do supportive things for you that you just don't think are going to be so significant. You'd be like, well, that's great. Yeah, do that. But then you find out that it was probably the most important integral keys to your success, right? But it gets to a point where you may become codependent on them, right? Because they do so much, right? Without any question. That's just something they choose. They'll just choose to do. They'll say, you know what? You don't have to ask them. They'll just be like, you know what I'll do for you? Every so-and-so at this time and that time, I'm going to make sure this and this is done. And you don't think anything of it. And then later on, you find that you're just super dependent on that. No, they always do this at 5, you know. And so there's something about family saying, no, Capricorn, you always do this at this time, you know. And so I'm seeing an energy of that, but also to the work family. There may be a work family situation going on here where they're trying to figure out how to make things work. And they are very dependent on your nurturing, on what you bring to the table. Okay, so there's something about this here, right? And they're working through. They may also be very determined or very, very much so strong about doing for you now, trying to make sure that things work out and making sure that you are also nurtured as well. I'm seeing the family turning to you, Capricorn, and saying, I want to nurture you just like you nurtured me. Transformation is 6 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. There's something about you changing, and you're in between distancing yourself at this point and still nervous. Some of you may be parents and you're still nervous and still distant, like in between separating yourself and allowing them to fly, and then still at the same time wanting, helping them to get to a better place. You're still there, you're still connected. Your reputation is as such, as that you are you may be a very wise matriarch or patriarch of a family. You may also still be this person that is a very nervous person or very cautious person and thinks of everything. So you still may be in that place of like, I feel like confident that I've taught you enough, but at the same time, I still feel this nervousness, right? And so there's something here about this milestone where it's very difficult to separate yourself from being the dependable person to I'm dependable but from afar. Now you have family, friends, and guides with the Star and Queen of Cups. A lot of you are seeing that your passed on loved ones are showing you that it's very interesting. Your passed on loved ones excuse me, are showing you or healing your heart. There's a lot that needs to be healed. They're showing an energy of healing, like healing of the past. There's something about the past and relatives that may have passed on, like a grandmother, a mother figure, or a great grandmother figure, an aunt or sister or something. It seems as though they're coming in to like heal you or bring forth memories of things that are incredibly healing. So this may be a day where you're sitting and you don't understand why something happens that's very reminiscent of this person. And then something about the way that they loved, the chances they may have given you, or it's like the way that they loved you, or something that they did in the past. The memory comes up, and it's a very cathartic healing situation, or very healing moment. So there's something here about this milestone where it actually shows maybe they had to let you go as well. And then you see how they handled it, and it heals you to be able to do the same. There's something about this here where it's like they had to kind of like, as a grandparent, they have to like allow you finally to grow up. Like, you know what I mean? And it seems like that just the way that they handled it is going to assist you, or the way that you saw something in that way, a memory or something comes up. And it's like they're pushing that onto you. Remember this, and then you may see the vision or feel the feelings and realize that everything's okay. Like you did good. You did well. You know what I mean? You did wonderful. And I'm seeing a Capricorn who is a wonderful support, a wonderful friend, or a wonderful partner or something. And it's like the pain of having to just be like, well, they're able to, my children are able to fly now. I did good. Your reputation precedes you. There's an energy of a legacy being laid down because of you. There's if you have any questions, this is more of a confirmation reading for a Capricorn, that you have passed down something that is going to last for generations, and they want you to know that your family is very much attached to you for that reason. And there's a certain family members, some Capricorns I'm sure are not connected to every single member of their family, but there's something about the things that you do, the way that you love people, the way that you nurtured people. You got people to get on their 2 feet and be able to stand on their own. And although there's some energy of painful separation here, it's still something here where you're always going to worry about them, but from afar they're showing that you can rest assured that you taught well is something else too. They want you to know, like, well done. Ooh, I feel emotional. Well done, right? They want to make sure you hear that, or you know that. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, another one, right? An Aquarius. We have Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. And so you could be a Capricorn, Aquarius cusp here. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Pisces cusp. If you're not dealing with these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.